Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Chicago Bears. (3-0) versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
Set, ready, 50, plant.
2 right here. On deck, baby, on deck. Shift.
61, matchbox lights.
Shift, watch the shift.
Watch the go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift. Shift.
80 weapon. Hey, Delta. 5.
Back to throw. McConnell. The catch made by Miller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah,
I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Looking
to throw. McConnell, and he fires one incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check 3.
Blue draw Corkers.
To throw again. McConnell. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Double dog. That's the
General West.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check 26.
Hey, Alpha.
Let's go.
Off play action. McConnell. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Geno Atkins. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
Yeah, an opening drive sack. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Ready. Slide 25. 54. Line 54.
Here we go. Set it. Jim. SOS.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Ready. Blue lady.
Right there. 54 Mike. Bring me up. Here we go.
Easy.
54 Mike. Check. White. So don't say nothing.
A first down throw for Winston. He finds his running back, Mixon.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ready.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
We got this.
Jameis to throw it. That's complete. Bernard. And some space here. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
2nd and 10. At the Bears' 43-yard line.
Ready.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Silver.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Right there. 54 Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Kill.
Green from the team.
Winston now from the 50. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a 2nd guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston, he'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Winston on 3rd and 2. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Ready, ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
We're scoreless after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw. McConnell, it's caught. It's Miller. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Go. Now.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. He's got daylight past the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it. Up past the 30.
Let's go.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Tight end left, 3 out, 3 out. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Pilot, 64, weak.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Take over.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Wide.
Ready.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, zoom.
52 is the mic right here.
Five.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player.
70,
Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On 3rd down, McConnell. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 30. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They'll run on 1st down. Connor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare 1st down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Hey,
check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Too low.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The drive will start with Connor. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. I got you.
To throw on second down. McConnell. Robinson's got it. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Kill. 6-6. Pull it high.
Under 10. 10.
On third down, it's Connor. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Let's go.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I'm coming.
On first and 10, McConnell trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit.
Go.
Operating from the gun, McConnell. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jordan Evans, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, Charlie.
57's Mike.
There. Ready.
Looking to throw. McConnell gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 17-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Try to do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check 52. I love flare. Check 43. Whip.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
We own this. Switch. Bang. Let's go.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
54's Mike. 54. Check. Walk 54.
First down, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Out. Check 9.
Green, triple team.
49.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, Winston. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Winston gets it to his running back, Bernard. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch twins.
Green, triple T. White. Easy.
To throw, Winston. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Green, triple T. Easy.
Another try after the first down sack. Winston, and the pressure gets to him again. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
Third and long.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike 50. Let's go, defense.
Easy.
Winston. He's going to air one out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
Check 50. Kill.
Easy.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 40.
Check 99. Show it up.
Hard.
On the run is Connor. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Deuce. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Sit up. Sit up.
Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ready to break.
Mike 57. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Quick the edge. Come. Check 4. Check. Switch. 36. Switch.
And deep grip.
They try again with Cohen. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
Check nickel. Shoot. Back.
Easy. Let's go.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now a first carry for Javonte Byrne. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
Ready. Blue lady.
Check. Walk.
Green, double team.
It's our time, guys. It's our
Let's
time.
go.
Winston now. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Tight down. There you go.
Hey, go. Let's go. Flip.
Throwing on second and long. Winston. That's complete to John Ross. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And some room to work. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard. His first touchdown on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
Drop, rock it. On the ball. Go.
On second down, it's Connor. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has... the first.
And the Bears, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go now. 50, plant, draw out.
Nice, sweetheart.
Watch 61, matchbox lights.
Joker. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Hit it.
On first down, McConnell. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
You got three down.
On second down now, it's Connor. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, seam 6. Now.
Back to throw. McConnell. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula? And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Check 26. Check 20.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Get it.
They're going to try and run for it. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Winston. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winston throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
You draw Corkins.
Sponge. No. Slam.
Go. Ready.
They'll look to throw. That's complete to Robinson. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Bravo.
57.
Back to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. He's back to throw. He finds Robinson. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Set, 8, read.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, alert 3.
On first down, Connor. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure the investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Ready.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I got you. Check safety.
2nd and 4. He'll buy some time right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out in the end. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Chicago, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.